Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Welcome into the Steelers Talk Live Show. I am your host, Jack Sperry. Thank you guys so much for spending part of your Tuesday afternoon to talk some Steelers football with us today. And on today's show, our first segment, we got the latest Steelers news and rumors surrounding the black and gold here as players get ready to report to Latrobe tomorrow. Cassie and I will be flying to Pittsburgh tomorrow. So I will be reporting to camp tomorrow as well, Coop. But then first practice is on Thursday. Can't wait to see Aaron Rodgers sling that thing in person. And can't wait to meet some of you guys that are going to be there this weekend as well. Also, we got some pre-training camp roster projections going on. I got my official 53-man roster projection for the Steelers heading into the year later in today's show. And then, of course, we've got the latest entry in our Summer Madden Series, Week 17. The 11-4 Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cleveland Browns.
Am I allowed to stop yet?
You can stop waving your towel, Coop. It's okay. Is your arm tired? Are you going to be able to produce today, pal?
Oh, yeah, I'll be good.
Okay, he's going to be good, guys. So I want to see who's in the chat right now. We got over 135 people watching live right now around the world. Spam those me's in the chat if you guys want to shout out. Make sure you guys click that thumbs up icon if you haven't already. We already got 135 people watching. I want to get that number up to 50 likes at least before we get into our first segment. We've got Sully. We've got Matthew. We got Rolando. We got Eugene, we got Will, we got Sean, we got D-Mox, we got Fluvin, we've got DJ KJ, we got
Cassie
EJ. Cassie is here today. Shout out to my beautiful fiance.
After leaving us out to dry yesterday?
Yeah, she had a little bit of a girl date yesterday with her gal pals.
It's kind of BS.
No, it's not BS. She can take a day, Coop. It's all right.
Just not at 4 p.m. Central Time.
I guess not. Sully Czar is here. We got Will Torres, Brian. We've got Steelers fan. We got Eugene. Samuel Pugh is here. What's up, Sam? Good to see you. We got JP. We got Terrible Towels Fly. We got CWK.
Cassie says she's not on the payroll.
Cassie is not on the payroll, so she does not have to be here when we go live.
Fair enough.
So that is fair enough. All right, here we go. Our friend Kurgan called with a $6 super chat. He says, rise. Everybody spam those nices in the chat because he also has a $9 super chat coming in here that we'll get to here in just a moment, Kurgan. But spam those me's. We're up to 55 likes now. Welcome into the Steelers Talk Live Show, everybody. $9 super chat from Kurgan says, hi, Cassie. Absolutely. Everyone say hi to Cassie in the chat for me. Hi,
Kurgan.
Hi, yeah. Hello, Kurgan. It's good to see you. So great stuff. Good start to the show here already. And if you guys want to be like Kurgan and you guys want to help support our channel today, you guys can donate to the show. It's not a requirement. I want to make that abundantly clear. All we care about is that you love the Steelers. You want to talk some football with us. But, hey, if you guys want to help contribute to the channel here, we greatly appreciate all of your guys' support.
The only requirement is you hit the like button.
Absolutely. And if we get to $50 total today, we're already at $15, so we're only $35 away here. We're going to be giving away a Steelers Talk hat to one special Steelers fan in the chat today. If you guys want to double your chances of getting a Steelers Talk hat, you guys can send in your Venmos or PayPals at Jack-Sperry on Venmo, at Captain Jackrabbit on PayPal. $5 gets you a raffle ticket. $10 gets you 3 raffle tickets. $20 gets you 10 raffle tickets and your name on the Steelers Talk Gong here. We're going to be raffling this thing off at the end of the season. So if you guys want to get your name on the Gong, go ahead. $20 is the price to get that on. To get that going. And then $50 today. You guys loved the lemon shots that we did yesterday, so I brought back the lemon juice here. Every $50 that we get on today's show, we will be doing lemon shots for you guys. And if we get to $250 in total donations, we hit it yesterday. We got there yesterday. If we can do it again today, we will hit the Gong once again, just like we do every time we get to $250 on a singular live show. So like I said, guys, we need to get to $50 total to give away the Steelers Talk hat. That's not my rule. That's my boss's rule.
Were you able to cleanse your palate yesterday from all those lemon shots?
Yep. I had Cassie had pizza with her friends last night, so I had my own dinner. So I got to choose my dinner. I picked Jimmy John's, which might not sound super special to you guys, but Cassie doesn't really like Jimmy John's. So I got 2 sandwiches, and it was absolutely delicious.
I'm surprised you didn't go with Firehouse.
Yeah, I am a big fan of Firehouse, but I wasn't feeling toasted sub. I was feeling more the cold sub variety there, so that's why we went to Jimmy John's last night. If you guys want to give me a follow on X, I'd greatly appreciate it. This is your free way to get a raffle ticket. If you don't have money to spend on the show to get a raffle ticket to get a Steelers Talk hat, you guys can just follow me on Twitter at Jack_Sperry. If you guys want a chance to win the hat for free today. So just so you guys know, we will be going to Latrobe. By we, I'm talking about me and my fiance Cassie. We'll be at practice from Thursday through Saturday. It's going to be absolutely fantastic watching Aaron Rodgers with that signature release, going up against the Steelers defense. It's going to be so much fun, and I think it's going to be the best training camp that I've ever attended for the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's going to be a lot of fun. So if you guys want to say hi, I'm probably going to be wearing my Steelers Talk hat. So I probably won't be too hard to spot. I am 6'6" as well,
maybe bring a couple extras.
Yeah, maybe we might bring some extras. I don't know what the logistics would be to get them on the plane. Maybe just put them in our bag. Yeah. But I mean, we'll figure it out. We might bring some Steelers Talk hats for you guys to get.
This is the wrong one. Bernard sent in this one yesterday.
Bernard, it's good to see you in the chat again, my friend. $2 says, do you think Rodgers destroyed the Jets?
The Jets are a shambolic franchise with or without Aaron Rodgers.
So I think it depends on how you frame the question. Like, I think the Jets probably made a mistake by giving Rodgers as much power as they did. Like, the difference between the way that the Steelers are approaching this and the way the Jets approached it was the Steelers are saying, you're going to learn our ways here in Pittsburgh, all right? You're going to learn the Mike Tomlin way. You're going to learn the Arthur Smith way, all right? You're going to learn, how we do things here in Pittsburgh. In New York, they pretty much went to him and said, however you want us to do it, we're going to do it that way. You're the boss, Aaron. So, of course, Rodgers brings in all of his buddies, Alan Lazard, Randall Cobb, Nathaniel Hackett, who's a fucking joke. Like, it was just an absolute farce. And obviously,
Did you mention Alan Lazard?
I did mention Alan Lazard. And you got Rodgers, and of course Robert Saleh was there. He was the head coach, but he was pretty much kowtowing to the quarterback, which is not a good dynamic. That is not the way things are going to happen here in Pittsburgh. His teammates really love him, and by the way, Coop, his teammates in New York, outside of maybe Garrett Wilson, loved him as well. Quinnen Williams said that the team in the locker room almost had a mutiny over new head coach Aaron Glenn.
He's a bad and selfish teammate.
Apparently he's a bad and selfish teammate, but Quinnen Williams and other Jets players were very upset that they let him go. So
that's why the entire receiver group was out in Malibu.
And I do think that Rodgers actually elevated that Jets group last year, all right? Like, that defense was terrible. They did not have a run game. Their coaching was terrible, especially on the offensive line. And despite that, Rodgers had the same amount of passing touchdowns as the league MVP, Josh Allen. Now, obviously, he wasn't as good as Josh Allen, but, like, he had a lot of adversity that he had to face last year in New York, and he did a good job overcoming that. So this one's rolling in from Kurgan Con Bang! Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. All right, I'm guessing Kurgan wants to give away the raffle tickets here.
I think he wants you to take a lemon shot, though.
Yeah, I think he definitely wants a shot of this stuff. So let's get this going here.
Oh, yeah.
First lemon shot of the day. Right here, I got my Steelers shot glass again today. I didn't wash it, though, so hopefully it doesn't... it's probably not the most sanitary. All right.
Oh, my God.
Oh, all right, there we go, Kurgan.
Does that juice you up?
No, it tastes gross. But for every 50, I'll do it. I will do lemon shots for every single 50 that we get today. You guys are absolutely fantastic. Thank you to Kurgan for the 50. I think we're giving away raffle tickets here, Coop.
We'll give away some raffle tickets, but here's how we're going to do it. We're going to do it during the segment, and I'm going to pick the people that are the most active in the chat, and I'm going to keep your name, and I'm going to write your name down. So during our segment, which we're about to do, the latest news and rumors surrounding the Pittsburgh Steelers, be as active as you can in the chat, and I will write your name down.
Okay, so be as active as you can be in the chat while we're in our segment, and Coop is going to get your name in the raffle. And are we announcing the names of the people that get in at the end of the segment? Okay. So Cassie's telling me here that somebody's asking if we would charge for the hat if we bring them to Latrobe. Yes. I mean, we're not going to give away hats for free, I don't think. I don't think my bosses would let me do that.
I think they might if we bring them to training camp and give them to loyal fans.
I mean, I'll ask them. Listen.
Nothing promised, but we'll ask.
It's not my business. It's my boss is the one that makes money from this stuff. So I'll ask him if we can bring some for free. But I can't give you a for sure answer on that right now. If it were up to me, I absolutely would. But it's not up to me. It's not my product. So I'll have an answer for you guys. I probably won't have an answer. But if you guys want to bring some money to training camp just in case, we'd appreciate it, but I can't give you a for sure answer on that right now. But on today's show, guys, we've got our segments, the latest news and rumors coming up here in just about 10 seconds. Then we got my pre-training camp roster projection for the 53-man roster for the Steelers this year. And then we've, of course, got our next Madden stream here, Week 17 versus the Browns. All right, so let's get into it right now here, Coop. First, we got a $20 super chat from Alex Lanier. Let's go, man. That's 10 raffle tickets for my man Alex L. He says, let's go Steelers talk. I appreciate you, Alex.
Best of luck to you.
By the way, we are $13 away now, so just a $15 or $20 super chat gets us to another lemon shot on today's show. So whoever wants to be the person that gets us over the $100 mark here, we'd greatly appreciate it. If not, we're all good here, but we're going to get into our first segment here once Coop gets Alex's tickets in there.
Oh, yeah. That wasn't a lemon shot, was it?
No, it was my vitamin water.
Basically a lemon shot.
Lemon shot and then my vitamin water. Because I got to get the lemon taste out of my mouth, man. It's just so bad. All right, let's get into it right now. The latest news and rumors on the Pittsburgh Steelers are coming at you right now. Welcome into Steelers Talk. I'm your host, Jack Sperry. Today we have a slew of Steelers topics to discuss on today's edition of Steelers News and Rumors. First up, I've got 5 Steelers players that I think could become stars with the black and gold this year. Then we'll get into a new report from a Steelers insider that says the Steelers are likely out on going out and getting Gabe Davis in NFL free agency. And we'll finish up today's show with a couple of examples of how the Bengals are once again bungling their roster situation as Trey Hendrickson, their star pass rusher, is not at training camp. But before we get into the content today, get us started down there in the comments section and let me know which Steelers player is going to become a star this season. Let me know what you guys think down there in the comments section. Now let's start with my list of guys that I think could become stars with the Steelers this year, and I'd like to start with the man in the middle, Peyton Wilson, the third-round pick out of NC State last year. Really had a good rookie season. He wasn't asked to do too much. He wasn't asked to take on an every down role in this defense last year, and because of that, he what he was asked to do, he did at a pretty darn high level, a 74.0 PFF grade last season. That was the 17th highest among linebackers in the league last year, and that was the highest on the Steelers roster, in fact. So you can make an argument Peyton Wilson was actually the best linebacker period on the Steelers roster last year, but he only played in a limited role because he came into the league a little bit undersized for an inside linebacker. They wanted him to focus more on the coverage aspects of the position, and he came in on pass-heavy downs and replacing a Landon Roberts, who, as we know, wasn't the best coverage player, but was excellent in those run defense type of situations. So Peyton Wilson did a really good job in his role, but this year he is stepping into an every down role where he will be on the field for most of the Steelers' defensive snaps, and I think that he's got a chance to not only, be a really good piece alongside Patrick Queen, but probably even be the best linebacker in the Steelers linebacker room, period, even over Patrick Queen, who was just ranked the 75th best player overall by his peers in the National Football League top 100 list. And this year, Wilson is up to 242 pounds. That's 12 pounds heavier than Patrick Queen, and that's 8 pounds higher than where he was last year. So he is ready for that every down role, and he is ready to be that every facet of the game type of linebacker. You want him to blitz. He played quite a bit of edge rusher at NC State. You want him to be a run defender. He's got the size to take on blocks. If you want him to play in coverage, he is an excellent coverage player. He proved that last year with this Steelers defense. And even a guy like future Hall of Famer Luke Kuechly loves Wilson's game. He has said on a number of occasions how much he loves Peyton Wilson's game and how he thinks that Peyton Wilson could be the next him. All right, this is what Luke Kuechly had to say about Peyton Wilson. At the draft, I always look at linebackers, and there's a guy that I've loved watching for a long time up at NC State, Peyton Wilson. He ran extremely well. He was in the 4.4s, and he's been super productive, and he plays really hard. He's taller than me, and he's faster than me. And that was on the Kay Adams show where Kay Adams actually compared Peyton Wilson to Luke Kuechly's game. And he was saying, I think this guy could be even better than I was, which is very, very big praise from one of the best linebackers over the last 20 years in the National Football League. And I just think the big thing with Wilson is staying healthy, all right? The big concern and one of the reasons why Wilson fell to the third round to the Steelers was because he's got a pretty extensive injury history. Now, last year, because he was in a little bit more of a limited role, he was able to stay healthy for the entire season, and that would be great if that could happen again this year. And if he can stay healthy this season, guys, I think we might be looking at one of the next star linebackers in the National Football League and one of the best defenders on the Steelers defense, period, this year. Then we get to another guy that has maybe some injury concerns, but somebody that I have a lot of confidence in when he's on the field, and that is Troy Fautanu, their first-round pick out of Washington 2 seasons ago. And last year, he really did a good job when he was on the field, right? He had that one game against the Denver Broncos, didn't allow a single sack, did a really good job against that pretty darn good Denver Broncos defense. And when he's on the field, guys, he is awesome, all right? He's great as a run defender. He's got a really, really good body presence, all right? And what I mean by that is that he's built low to the ground, but he's got good arm length, so he's always going to win the leverage battle. He plays with really good power, and he's a fantastic athlete, all right? So I really love what he brings to the table. He's a fantastic pass protector as well, really good feet and pass protection, really good hand usage as well. When he's on the field, I have no question marks surrounding Troy Fautanu, but like Wilson, Fautanu's biggest concern and the biggest question mark surrounding him heading into this year is his health, all right? Multiple teams in the NFL flagged him for an injury concern with his knee in the draft last year, and then lo and behold, after one game as a pro last year, he misses the rest of the season with a knee injury. So the big question with him is, are those knee issues chronic? Are they degenerative? Is it going to be something that sticks around with Fautanu his entire career, and can the Steelers really rely on him to stay on the field? We're going to get some answers to those questions this year. Another player that I have a lot of confidence in heading into the year is rookie running back Caleb Johnson, who I think is the perfect fit for Arthur Smith's zone rushing scheme. This offense here in Pittsburgh, it's going to look a lot similar to what Johnson had to work with at Iowa, because it was a lot of 2 and 3 tight end personnel there at Iowa. They played a lot of heavy personnel. It was a lot of under center run game, and it was a lot of zone run game. And I thought Caleb Johnson had an argument outside of Ashton Jeanty as far as being the best zone rusher in the draft. His patience, his vision, his ability to hit the hole and get to the second level, and then when he gets to that second level, have the speed and explosiveness to really break off long runs and even long touchdown runs is really, really special, all right? And in this offense, it works best, as we know with Arthur Smith, when there is a foundation of a strong run game. The best offense he ever had was in 2020 when Derrick Henry was his star running back. Now, obviously, Caleb Johnson's not Derrick Henry size-wise. He's 20 pounds lighter, but he's still a big back that's got really big play potential. And I think that if he can come out of the gates running this year, no pun intended, I think that this guy could completely transform the Steelers' offense into one of, if not the best offense we have seen from the Steelers probably since the Killer Bee era was at its prime. Then we get to another guy I like a lot. Some Steelers fans are lower on him because he does have the grab issues and the penalty issues and some of that stuff. But Joey Porter Jr., man, I think this guy has shown legit shutdown potential in his 2 years in the National Football League. Now, yes, he does have some of those grabby issues, all right, and he does have too many penalties, and he had some bad games last year. He also dealt with some injuries last year. Not a lot of people talk about that, but we've seen Joey Porter Jr. shut down legit number one wide receivers in this league before, and I think with the tutelage that he's going to be getting from not one, but two former All-Pros playing beside him this year in Jalen Ramsey and Darius Slay, and not to mention the new DB coach here, Gerald Alexander, I think it's going to be huge for Joey Porter Jr.'s development. And the best corners in the league, Patrick Surtain, Charvarius Ward, Sauce Gardner, these are the guys that play really physical, and they play a really physical brand of football. Joey Porter Jr. plays that same kind of brand of football. So I think Joey, when he's playing at his best, the Steelers' defense is at its best because you can just trust him out on an island, which allows the rest of the defense to shift their coverage to the rest of the formation. It's a huge addition to this defense when Joey is playing at his best. And I think this year might be finally the year where he becomes a bona fide star lockdown corner in the National Football League. Final star in the making that I want to talk about on today's show is Roman Wilson. Now, I maybe star is a little bit of a stretch for a guy like Roman because I don't think he has legit number one receiver upside. I think he has the potential to be a really nice piece as a starter, though, and I think that he could step into that legit wide receiver 2 role at some point this season. He's got legit potential to be that wide receiver 2 in this offense with the way he run blocks, with the way that he can get open quickly, with his acceleration being as special as it is. It's really good on those crossing routes that we're going to see a lot from Arthur Smith this year, and he's got super reliable hands, and he consistently catches the ball with his hands and not with his body, and for a smaller wide receiver, that is a big-time trait to have. And, I think that the opportunity to become the legit wide receiver 2 here in Pittsburgh is certainly there. Now, you might be saying, but Zach Azzanni, the wide receiver coach, already proclaimed Calvin Austin III as the number 2 receiver here in Pittsburgh. That's not changing, and that might be the case, but Calvin is so tiny that he doesn't provide any value when it comes to run blocking. And, of course, when the Steelers are in their 12 personnel packages on early downs, when they want their wide receivers to run block, they're going to put somebody else out there like they did with Van Jefferson last year. Van Jefferson was a parking cone last year, and they still preferred to play him on those early downs over Calvin. So Roman and Robert Woods, I would say, are the two guys that are going to get the most opportunity to play that second wide receiver role on early downs this year. And if Roman turns into a really good receiving piece as well, he's going to get even more snaps than Calvin Austin III in this offense this year. So the opportunity is certainly there for Roman Wilson to take the next step. So who's going to be the wide receiver 2 here in Pittsburgh? Type CA3 if you think it's going to be Calvin. Type RW if you think Roman Wilson takes that job this year. Or type BT if you think Bobby Trees. Or if there's somebody else you think they're going to bring in a receiver this year, let me know who that is down there in the comment section for today's pinned question. YouTube's going to throw you an ad break here in just a couple of seconds. And when that happens, take advantage of that time. But let me know who the number 2 receiver is going to be in Pittsburgh this year. All right, so I want to give you guys a little bit of an outlook here from our friends at Fanatics, where they guys have a brand new Steelers sweatshirt available on their website. And right now you can get it for 50% off just in time for Steelers training camp and just in time for the start of the preseason. You can go chatsports.com/pithoodie. That link is down in the comments and description of today's show. And if you use that link and you make a purchase, Fanatics sends us part of the proceeds. So you guys win because you're getting a new Steelers sweatshirt 50% off. We're winning because we get part of the proceeds from Fanatics. So if you guys want kind of that win-win scenario right now, you can get 50% off this new Steelers sweatshirt in your closet today when you go to chatsports.com/pithoodie. So Steelers insider Mark Caboli, he works for the Pat McAfee show, says that the Steelers are likely, quote-unquote, out on signing wide receiver Gabe Davis after they invited him on a free agency visit earlier this offseason. This is what Caboli had to say on the possibility of the Steelers signing Davis. Quote, I think we can pretty much say that Gabe Davis is out. I mean, if they wanted him, they would have signed him already, unquote. So, guys, I'm not quite as convinced as Caboli that they are completely out on Gabe Davis. The way I would describe the way the Steelers are kind of approaching their wide receiver position right now is that they're in wait-and-see mode, all right? And they want to go into camp, and they want to see what their current collection of secondary wide receivers are able to do. Now, I think that DK Metcalf and Calvin Austin III's roles are pretty well defined. DK is their every down, number 1 wide receiver receiver, that quote-unquote A.J. Brown receiver in this Arthur Smith offense. And Calvin is going to be more of your dynamic receiving threat that comes in on pass-heavy downs, somebody that can play both inside and out, somebody that can threaten to all three levels of the field, somebody that can be a reliable target in those pass-heavy situations for Aaron Rodgers throughout the year. So those two guys, I think those two roles are well-defined, but Pittsburgh still needs someone to step up into that quote-unquote wide receiver 2 role on early downs when they're going to be in 12 personnel where they have two receivers on the field, but they want both of those receivers to be able to run block. DK Metcalf, we know, is going to be able to provide that, but Calvin Austin III, even though he might be their second best receiver on the team, he brings really no value as a run blocker. So the Steelers are really hoping that either A, Robert Woods, who's going to be the veteran option and probably gets the first crack at the job once we get to Latrobe, or Roman Wilson could take that job away from him if he has a good camp and good preseason. That's why I'm going to be watching Roman Wilson particularly closely this year, because I think that he could take that job pretty easily from Robert Woods before the start of the season. But if neither Robert Woods or Roman Wilson are good enough to take that role week one, I do think that's when the Steelers would consider bringing in a guy like Gabe Davis, who you would know would be a good run blocker. He's been one of the best run blocking receivers in the league since he entered. He's also another big body deep threat, kind of similar and kind of redundant to DK Metcalf's skill set. But if they need somebody to come in and be that second run blocking wide receiver, you know Gabe Davis can provide that. So that's kind of the scenario where I could see Gabe Davis landing with the Pittsburgh Steelers. But before we get into the rest of today's show, guys, click that thumbs up icon if you haven't already. If you're having a good time, you love talking Steelers football, and you appreciate the insight and the nuance and the context that we provide on this channel, we greatly appreciate your guys' support. All right, so our final topic today that we want to discuss is the Bengals, all right? The Bengals are now in shambles because they are in the middle of not one, but two active contract disputes, even though their team is already reported to training camp this week. And lo and behold, it's at the same position, at edge rusher. Their superstar edge, Trey Hendrickson, has not come to terms on an extension. He's currently in Jacksonville, Florida, working out there because he does not have a deal done with Cincinnati. And then Shamar Stewart, their first-round pick, does not have a deal done. So let's start here with Trey Hendrickson and what's going on there in Cincinnati. This is what Jordan Schultz from Fox Sports had the report. The Bengals and all-pro defensive end Trey Hendrickson made attempts over the past few days to re-engage on a new deal, but talks failed to gain serious momentum. Both sides are dug in and frustrated. I'm told there are key differences between the two sides, and there's currently no clear path to a resolution. Then just minutes later, he said this: I'm told a key issue in the Bengals-Trey Hendrickson negotiations has been the length of the commitment and the guarantees tied to a potential new deal. Both sides remain stuck. The Bengals want to stick to their structure. Hendrickson wants something that reflects his value. So far, no common ground has been found, and as a result, Hendrickson is holding out of training camp. And then this afternoon, Schultz gave us another update here, saying multiple sources described the last round of talks between Trey Hendrickson and the Bengals as quote-unquote very contentious, and that it's been a quote-unquote very difficult negotiation all offseason long. Hendrickson has publicly said he won't play this season without a new deal, and the team is aware. Talks hit a major impasse on Monday, and I'm told it's quote-unquote unknown when they'll resume. So that does not look like a good situation between Trey Hendrickson and the Bengals right now. And as you guys can see here, Trey Hendrickson posted this on his Instagram story earlier today that he is currently in Florida, specifically Jacksonville, Florida. He and his wife, I guess, took a little trip to Florida because they didn't want the distraction of being in Cincinnati. What's that? He's from Jacksonville. All right, so shout out to producer Coop with that insight right there. But for what it's worth here, guys, our favorite People's Insider, Ricky, says that a deal between Hendrickson and the Bengals will still happen. He made it seem like yesterday, guys, that a deal was going to get done on Monday, where he posted this: trade day update. Sounds like the Bengals and Trey Hendrickson are working hard to get a new deal done, possibly as soon as today. This was yesterday, by the way. Both sides are pushing to finalize an extension this afternoon, almost there. But then today, once the Schultz report came in, he posted this: it looked like we were heading towards an agreement yesterday, and talks stalled. WBS hits a speed bump. I think that means white boy summer. Sorry, Bengals fans, still feel good. It gets done. So Ricky's still saying that he thinks it's going to get done. But what I can tell you right now, guys, is that the Cincinnati Bengals cannot afford to lose Trey Hendrickson, all right? If they go into this season without Hendrickson on the roster, they are going to be in major trouble, all right? And a good way to kind of illustrate that is this tweet from Warren Sharp, where you guys can see where they ranked when Trey Hendrickson was not on the field the last 2 years. They are dead last in pressure rate, dead last in completion percentage allowed, dead last in success rate, and dead last in passer rating. And even with Trey Hendrickson on the field, guys, we've talked about this on the channel, the Bengals defense is not very good, all right? This defense gave up a ton of points last year, and even despite Joe Burrow having arguably an MVP caliber season, they only won 9 games and missed the playoffs. And if they miss Trey Hendrickson this year and he gets traded away, or if he's not playing for them, expect these numbers to dip even lower than where they were in 2024, which is going to spell trouble for the Bengals in the AFC North. But despite all that, guys, I can't completely rule out a trade. Even though the Bengals definitely need him on their roster, it seems like the way that they have negotiated this potential new extension has really turned off Trey Hendrickson. He's not even in Cincinnati right now, all right? He's in Florida. So even if he signs a deal, it's going to take a day to get back to Cincinnati. So it doesn't seem like things are going too well between those two sides. So we'll see if they end up coming to a deal. But then there's another contract dispute going on right now and another training camp holdout, this time with their first-round pick out of Texas A&M, edge rusher Shamar Stewart, okay? And right now, Shamar Stewart is threatening to take a year off and then re-enter the NFL draft in 2026, which would be completely unprecedented. Now, right now, the dispute between Stewart and the Bengals is that Cincinnati wants guarantee voids tied to the contract. So if Shamar Stewart gets charged with conduct detrimental to the team, or if he ends up in prison, the Bengals don't have to pay out the guarantees left on his deal. This is what Mike Brown, the owner of the team, had to say on the matter. If we get a player who gets involved in conduct detrimental to the team or does something that is just unacceptable, guess what? I don't want to pay him. I really don't. If he's sitting in jail, I don't think I ought to be paying him. There is no dispute over the money. It's just a dispute in his mind that I guess if he did something that really deserved punishment, that he would want the whole contract guaranteed. Now, listen, man, it sounds like Stewart is not budging on this issue. He talked with Cincinnati reporters earlier this offseason, and he had this to say. I'm 100% right. I'm not asking for nothing the Bengals have never done before. But in the Bengals' case, the team just wants to win arguments more than winning more games. So it definitely seems like that relationship is starting to hit the skids as well. And Shamar Stewart right now is currently at the Texas A&M campus working out with the team. Now, he can't play for Texas A&M this year. He can't go back to college like some people have alluded to. He can only sit out the year and then re-enter the NFL draft. But that really is his options at this point. He either signs the guaranteed void contract structure that the Bengals have given to him, or he sits out this season and re-enters the draft next year where he can be drafted by a different NFL team. Now, selfishly, as a Steelers fan, I hope Stewart picks option number 2, and I hope Trey Hendrickson demands a trade out of Cincinnati as well, because that would be fantastic for the prospects of the Pittsburgh Steelers in the AFC North. But I will give you guys a little bit of a heads up. Even though things do seem ugly right now, the most likely scenario at this point, I still believe, is that Hendrickson and Stewart both come to terms with the team before week 1, and they will both be wearing Bengals uniforms when they play their season opener in just a few short weeks. But also, not just the Cincinnati Bengals are in shambles, the Cleveland Browns are in shambles like they always are. Quinshon Judkins, their second-round pick, and was supposed to be their number 1 player on offense this year, has also not signed his rookie deal yet. He's currently dealing with some legal issues, let's call them. And right now he has not signed his rookie contract, and it's unknown if he will sign his rookie contract. So you absolutely love to see the Browns and Bengals, fumbling the ball yet again. The Bengals right now are completely wasting, an elite quarterback talent in Joe Burrow. You love that. And then the Browns are the Browns, and they are a complete mess. But let me know what you guys think down there in the comments section. Which team is the bigger joke? The Bengals, who are wasting an elite quarterback right now, or the Browns, who just can't seem to get anything right? Type CIN for Cincinnati or type CLE for the Cleveland Cleveland Steamers. That'll be it for today's edition of Steelers News and Rumors. I know today was a little bit of a longer one, but we're going to have even more extensive Steelers coverage once Cassie and I get to Latrobe on Wednesday night. And, of course, we will be there for the first day of Steelers training camp practice on Thursday afternoon. So click that subscribe button if you haven't already for more Steelers training camp coverage throughout the week. All right, that was a little bit longer than I thought it was going to be. I knew it was a beast. I didn't realize it was going to be that much of a beast there, Coop. How long was that?
Approximately 22 minutes.
22 minutes. God.
Dude.
That's a lot.
Hashtag WPS.
I love Ricky, man. Ricky's unbelievable. Bernard coming in with another 2 says, what do you think about Malik Harrison?
He's just kind of there, right?
He's a special teamer, and push comes to shove, that's what he'll be, all right? But if Cole Holcomb comes in and he's not any good coming off that knee injury, then Harrison can play that quote-unquote a Landon Roberts role if need, where he's a good run defender. He's not very good in coverage, but he can play. He's kind of like a light version of a Landon Roberts. But right now, the Steelers' plan A is for Patrick Queen and Peyton Wilson to have every down roles, and then whenever one of those two needs a breather, Cole Holcomb is going to come in and play the other person's role.
In a perfect world, Malik Harrison's not playing any, if any, defensive snaps.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. But he's still a decent enough linebacker, though, where if you need him to play, you can. And if there's an injury, he can be that third linebacker as well. So he's a really good depth piece to have. He's also a really good special teamer.
Would he play middle or outside?
Well, no, because outside linebacker's an edge, in this defense. So it would be an interior linebacker. Okay, so if you guys want to get on the show today, if you have a Steelers topic that you want to discuss, also we are just $11 away, by the way, from doing another lemon shot on today's show. But if you guys want to donate to the show, that's great. If not, no big deal. $5 to get into the raffle today to win the Steelers Talk hat that we're giving away at the end of the show. $10 to get you extra tickets, 3 of them. And then $20 to get your name on the Steelers Talk Gong and to get 10 raffle tickets. And if you guys want to double your raffle tickets today, all you have to do is send in a Venmo or PayPal instead of a Super Chat, and we will double your tickets today. You can find me at Jack Sperry on Venmo or at Captain Jackrabbit on PayPal.
I just wanted to ask you a question real quick.
Sure.
You're going to Pittsburgh, obviously, tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
What food item are you most looking forward to?
A Primanti sandwich, man.
I love the fries inside.
Yes, absolutely. You got to have the fries in the sandwich.
Is it like a corned beef or what is it?
Well, it's whatever meat that you want.
Okay.
You can get ham, you can get turkey, you can get roast beef, you can get corned beef, you can get whatever you want. Pastrami. Okay. I usually go with the corned beef, which I really like, but to each their own when it comes to Primanti sandwiches. But the Primanti sandwich, it's got cheese on there, it's got coleslaw on there, it's got fries on there. It is a beast of a sandwich, and every time I go there, I have to get one, man. I absolutely do.
And by the way, I did get your raffle entries.
All right, so who's in?
All right, so I've got King Kair, I've got Christopher Domingo, I've got Sam Pugh, I've got No One, I've got Titus Kitchen, I've got Chuck Dugan, I've got Madden God, I've got Colton, and I've got Eugene.
A good mix of real ones. And, we just got a Venmo. I will send this your way, Mr. Coop.
Cool.
If you want to give some shout-outs in the chat.
Excuse me, I almost burped there.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Don't be throwing up on here.
No, we're all good here.
All right.
See my guy JP. I see C4Chill86.
Again, guys, every $50 we make on the show today, we are doing a lemon shot. I've got the 100% lemon juice here, and it is sour as shit. All right, so every $50 we make today, I will take a lemon shot.
Is that the correct number? I just want to make sure.
Yeah, it is.
Cool.
Because it gets us right to $100. Kurt Crater, my man, Captain Kurt, with an $11 Venmo here. Says, when life gives Jack lemons, make lemon shots. Good stuff, gents. Appreciate you, Kirk. You're a real one.
And Kirk, you are in as well.
And Kirk, you are in the raffle. I believe that's 6 raffle tickets for the $10 right there. Let's go. Hey, a $20 super chat coming in from Titus Kitchen. Let's go, Titus. We'll put you in the We'll put you up on screen here in just a second here, guys. Don't go anywhere, by the way, because coming up here, I've got my official 2025 53-man roster projection for the Pittsburgh Steelers before the start of Steelers training camp, all right?
How much do you anticipate that changing before the end of training camp?
Probably a couple players.
I would
say,
too many.
Not too many. There's a lot of locks and there's a lot of safe players. We still have to see what. Hopefully, no injuries happen, but there's always injuries that end up happening in the preseason. So we have to see what goes on there. But right now, I feel pretty good. But give or take, 3 or 4 players are on the bubble there, so we'll see. But Titus Kitchen, my man, everyone spam those Tituses in the chat. $20 super chat gets them into the raffle with 10 raffle tickets. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Titus Kitchen, my man, thank you so much for supporting the channel today, my friend.
I'm not going to lie. I wore my arm out waving the towel.
Yeah, I know, because, I was talking. I just kept seeing you waving that towel. I was like, I hope he's okay. Don't want to bruise the rotator cuff over there.
I use my arm quite a bit, so.
I'm just going to leave it right there. All right, we're going to get into our next segment here. All right.
That's awesome.
One more segment, then we'll get into the Madden game, guys. We got 200 and what's that?
We're playing the Steamers.
We're playing the Steamers today, so hopefully we get up to 12-4 at the end of the show here.
All the massage parlors have closed in the greater Cleveland
at Massage Envy Stadium in Cleveland. So let's get into our next segment here, guys. We got 250 people watching. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's live show. But we got one more segment to go here until our Madden stream, so here it is. Welcome into Steelers Talk. I'm your host, Jack Sperry. Today, I reveal my official 53-man roster projection before the start of Steelers training camp. Now, obviously, things are going to change during camp. Certain players are going to have good camps. Some players might not live up to expectations heading into camp. There will be injuries, and of course, we'll probably update this maybe midway through training camp / the preseason. We'll see what ends up happening here, but this is what I'm expecting from the 53-man roster for the Pittsburgh Steelers as we sit here today. Now, before we get into it here, make sure you click that thumbs up icon if you are pumped for the start of the 2025 season for your Pittsburgh Steelers. It's one of the most anticipated seasons I can remember surrounding this football team with Aaron Rodgers, Jalen Ramsey, DK Metcalf, Jonnu Smith, Darius Slay, all these new additions to the starting lineup for the Steelers this year. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be covering every second of it right here on Steelers Talk. So if you appreciate the free coverage we give to you every single day, click that thumbs up icon right now. So I think everyone knows the Steelers are going to carry 3 quarterbacks like they always do. And I think it's pretty clear, unless Will Howard just absolutely sucks or if there's an injury, it's going to be these 3 quarterbacks right here. Aaron Rodgers will be your starter. Mason Rudolph will probably start this season as QB2. And then Will Howard will have a true redshirt season as the QB3 behind the 2 veterans. Then at running back, I think they'll only carry 3 into the season. Now, it could be 4. We'll see what they do with Cordero Patterson and or Trey Sermon. Those are 2 guys that could be on the bubble. But last year, they only carried 3 going into the year. And I think Jalen Warren, Caleb Johnson, Kenneth Gainwell are the top 3 in the rotation right now. Then receivers, I'm going to have them carry 6. Now, it could be 5. Maybe if they want to carry Cordero Patterson, this receiver number goes to 5. That's how many they carried last year into the season. But keep in mind here that they could add to this room as well. Maybe they bring in a Gabe Davis. Maybe they make a trade for, say, a Romeo Doubs or something like that. But we don't know that that's coming. So based on the receivers currently on the roster, I expect DK Metcalf, Calvin Austin III, Roman Wilson, Robert Woods, Ben Skoranek, and Scotty Miller to be the receivers that make the final roster. And some possible wide receiver targets if they want to go out and get a receiver. The top free agency options are the ones with asterisks next to their names: Gabe Davis, Amari Cooper, and Keenan Allen. Allen has said he's not too keen on living in Pittsburgh, so I would say that one's probably the least likely. But keep those names in mind. And then if they're going to trade for somebody, Romeo Doubs and Dontavian Wicks are 2 names that make sense. Adam Thielen is a guy that could be up for the trade block here, and the Steelers were very interested in him at the trade deadline last year. And then Trey Palmer and John Mechie are some lesser expensive trade options that they could consider as well. So let me know what you guys think down there in the comments section. Will the Pittsburgh Steelers add a wide receiver before the start of the season? And if so, which one do you think they add to the roster? All right, this will be the pinned comment on today's show. YouTube's going to throw you an ad break here in just a couple of seconds, and when that happens, take advantage of that time. But let me know what you think this team's going to do at receiver before the start of the year. Speaking of weapons, this tight end group is going to be very important to the Steelers' offense this year. I think they carry 4 of them this year in case there's an injury. Pat Freiermuth, Jonnu Smith will be your starters. Then you got Darnell Washington as your blocking tight end, and then Connor Hayward can be your Swiss Army knife, your 4th tight end / your fullback. I think he does make the final roster this year. Then we get to the offensive line, where I think they'll carry 8 offensive linemen this year. Broderick Jones, Isaac Seumalo, Zach Frazier, Mason McCormick, and Fautano will be your starters. And then you got Calvin Anderson, Spencer Anderson, and Ryan McCollum as your backups. And, they might carry 9. We'll see what they end up doing here. They might carry Max Sharping or something like that. But this is a group that I think your starters are pretty set in stone. And I think that, Spencer Anderson's versatility allows this group to only carry 8 heading into the season. Now, coming up here on Steelers Talk, we are on to the defense. I've laid out the offensive roster that I think the Steelers will go into the season with. Now we go into the defense after this break from our friends at Fanatics, where you guys can get a 50% off Steelers hoodie to add to your collection today when you go chatsports.com/Pitt hoodie. It also helps out the channel. So not only do you guys win with that 50% off sale rate, but also we get part of the proceeds from our friends at Fanatics with every purchase that is made. So you guys can go chatsports.com/Pitt hoodie. You have to use that link in order for us to get part of the proceeds. So make sure you do click that link and take advantage of this deal of a half-off Steelers sweatshirt for you to add to your arsenal here before the start of the season. Then we get to the defensive side of the ball here. I think they're going to carry 7 defensive linemen. All right, so we got Cam Hayward, Keanu Benton, and Derek Harmon as your starters. Derek Harmon will be a quote-unquote starter. He will be on the starting lineup. Because in their base formations, they're going to have him listed as a starter. But usually the Steelers go out in nickel 4 down fronts, which means Harmon will be rotating into those fronts. I won't get too much into the weeds here, but Harmon will technically be listed as a starter. Then you get to the rotation guys. All right, Daniel Ekuale is going to be a run-defending interior lineman that they're going to rotate in. Same thing with Y.A. Black, who's got a little bit more mass to him. And then Isaiah Loudermilk and Dean Lowry will also be on the roster this year. They'll help out on special teams, goal line packages, that type of stuff, and they will also rotate in. I think they carry 4 edge rushers this year, so outside linebackers, TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith, Nick Herbig, and Jack Sawyer, and I actually do think that all 4 of these players will get some sort of playing time. Even Jack Sawyer, I think on early downs, especially as we get later into the season, he's going to take on kind of that Preston Smith role where he's going to be out there as a run defender on early downs to give TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith a bit of a breather. Nick Herbig, for as good as he is as a pass rusher in a rotational setting, he's not the best run defender. So that's why the Steelers want these 4 linemen and these 4 outside backers in this edge group. But then you get to the inside backers here. And I think they're going to carry 5. All right, I do think Mark Robinson makes the roster because of his special teams ability, but he's certainly a bubble player this year. But Patrick Queen and Peyton Wilson will be your every down starters at inside linebacker. Hopefully Cole Holcomb gets back to kind of that solid starter level of play that he was playing at before his injury back in 2023. That would be a huge addition for him to be able to rotate in and give Queenie and Wilson a bit of a breather. But Malik Harrison, a big-time special teams player, he's going to be a big-time contributor there. And if Cole Holcomb isn't up to snuff, Harrison can also take on that third linebacker role. Then safeties, it's a bit of a lighter safety room heading into training camp. We'll see if they add to this room. They certainly could if they want to, but Deshaun Elliott, he's definitely going to be one of your starting safeties here. Juan Thornhill is going to go into camp as the presumptive favorite to start at free safety in their nickel packages, but I also think Sebastian Castro, the UDFA out of Iowa, ends up making this roster, and of course special teams captain Miles Killebrew is going to make this team as well. And then I think they actually carry 6 corners, all right, because there's some players here that can play both safety and cornerback. I'm talking talking about Jalen Ramsey and Corey Trice, but I think even Beanie Bishop Jr. could play a little bit of safety if they asked him to. But you got Joey Porter Jr. and Darius Slay as your other starting corners on the outside. Brandon Echols can play inside or out. He's an awesome depth piece to have in this group. And, of course, Beanie Bishop Jr. played some serious minutes and serious snaps for this defense last year as their starting slot corner. I think he once again makes the team this year. And then when it comes to your special teams group here, Chris Boswell, Cam Johnson, and Christian Kuntz, it's pretty much, I wouldn't say it's completely set in stone because Johnston will technically have that camp battle with Corliss Waitman, who did so good for this team last year at the punter position, but Johnston's coming back from an injury. He's just got more of a pedigree, and I think he ends up winning the job at the end of the day. So who's your guy? Let me know down there in the comment section. Who will surprisingly make the Steelers roster this year? Who's somebody that nobody is seeing coming right now that's going to end up making the roster and maybe even make an impact for the Steelers this year? Let me know who your guy is down there in the comments section. And we'll finish up today's show here with my practice squad priorities. These are the people that I'm not projecting make the final 53-man roster, but guys that I would want to keep around on the practice squad to help develop. All right, so Cordero Patterson, the reason why I would want to maybe keep him around is because I want him as a potential mentor to Caleb Johnson, who's in the first year of this system. Patterson has played that role as the bigger early down number one running back in this Arthur Smith offense. He's done it very well. Having a guy in the building to help Caleb along, even if he's not on the 53-man roster, is something that could help. Trey Sermon, Rock Taylor, DJ Thomas Jones is a name to keep your eye out for because he plays fullback and he's an awesome blocker. Dylan Cook is a guy that they could keep on the practice squad as well. Same thing with Max Sharping. Jeremiah Moon is somebody that's played some snaps for the Steelers in his time here in Pittsburgh. Logan Lee, a 6th-round pick a couple years back, I think might get a practice squad priority this year. Same thing with day 3 pick from this year's class, Carson Bruner, and then 7th-round pick from this year, Dante Kent, who the Steelers really like, but I just don't know if there's enough room in that cornerback room to keep him on the initial 53. All right, that'll be it for today's edition of Steelers Talk by Chat Sports, guys. I can't believe it, but the offseason's over. The training camp is here. It's going to be absolutely awesome, guys. If you want our extensive coverage of every single day of Steelers training camp practice, preseason, all that different stuff leading up to the start of the 2025 NFL regular season right here on Steelers Talk. Click that subscribe button right now. All right, another 10 from Alex Lanier. He says, time for another lemon shot. So right now we're at 130 plus, so we're less than $10 now. All right, so we're $9 away from another lemon shot, Alex. Just so you know. Right now we are at $139 total for the show. So we need to get to $150 for another lemon shot, but we appreciate your 10.
You're going to hate all things lemon now.
I don't think so. I like lemon.
Okay.
I do like lemon quite a bit. So it'd be tough for me to not like lemon anymore. But if you guys want me to do another lemon shot here, it's another 10. So Alex threw up the alley-oop. Who's going to slam it home? I guess we're going to see here. But do we have the record for the schedule?
Yeah, let me get it real quick, but we do have it.
Yeah, before we get into our Madden stream today, guys, it's Week 17 versus the Cleveland Browns, but I want to take you through our schedule so far during the year. Did you update it?
I'm about to right now.
You're about to right now. Seconds. Okay, cool. So we'll put that up on screen in just a moment here, just so you guys know what has happened so far in our Madden simulated season before we get into this Week 17 matchup. But long story short, guys, it's been pretty darn good. Aaron Rodgers came in, and he signed with the Steelers when we were in Week 7 of this Madden simulation.
Oh, yeah.
And Mason Rudolph and Will Howard got this team into a 3-2 start to start the year. And then since then, the Steelers, I believe, have only lost 2 games with Aaron Rodgers as their starting quarterback. And then even better, this team, I think, has only lost 1 game since they added Jonnu Smith and Jalen Ramsey.
Raji did get hurt last week.
Yes, Raji did get hurt last week, but he came back and he's fine. They ended up beating the Detroit Lions. It doesn't say win or loss on that Week 16, but they did win.
Lost. Where we beat them.
We beat them 21-7. Right now the Steelers are sitting with an 11-4 record. All right, so that's the latest. And then, of course, we had this stretch here where we did lose to the Jets and the Patriots with Will Howard under center, but then Mason Rudolph came in, won 2 straight games against the Vikings and Browns, and then Rodgers comes in, loses that first game against the Bengals, but then goes on a nice win streak, and right now we are sitting at 11 and 4. Today you got the Cleveland Browns. If we want to put it up on the TV, Coop.
Oh, yep.
I can't see anything except on my monitor here, but oh my goodness. Look at these uniform matchups that Coop has. This is just ridiculous, man. Look at the Browns uniforms. These things, Coop's been doing some crazy uniform combos this year. Also, the Steelers ones with the black pants. It just looks wrong.
I thought about yellow helmets.
The black socks with this too. It just looks bad, man.
I thought about yellow helmets with the black pants.
Everybody spam or put in your grade for the uniform combos in this game. A, B, C, D, or F.
These are better than the Steelers alternates this year.
I mean, fair enough. I don't know if they're that much better though.
Oh, they are.
I don't know, man. Jack Hayes giving it a D. Anthony Fuller, King Yinzer is here. He gives it a C. Fluvin's giving it a D.
You guys don't know ball, unfortunately.
Christopher's giving it a C. I haven't seen anything above a C+. This is a bad look for you, Coop. All right, man. We're about to kick things off.
How about now?
What's that?
How about now?
Yeah, okay. All right, from Massage Envy Stadium in Cleveland, they kick it off. A bad kick by Boswell. It's going to be fielded at around the 10, but good coverage by the Steelers. Gets them down before the 30 at the 29. And here comes Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur was not very good, to say the least. I think, did Cleveland get shut out?
I believe they did.
I think Cleveland got shut out in their first matchup of the season back in Week 6, back at Acrisure. Let's see if Shedeur Sanders has got any better throughout the season. God, this jersey combo is just so bad. Under center, it's gonna be Quinshawn Judkins.
He's back from his suspension.
I guess he got his contract figured out, and he's back from his suspension. So a 5-yard gain.
I mean, typical Cleveland Browns. They just put people in there that just should not be playing football.
Yeah, I mean, that Cleveland team might win 3 games this year, maybe less.
If they're lucky.
Shotgun here. It's a spread formation for Cleveland. Shedur's going to throw to the outside. It's intercepted. Is that Jalen Ramsey? No, it is Joey Porter Jr. He makes a man miss. Pick 6. Shedeur Sanders stakes. Touchdown Steelers. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Yep, Shedeur stinks. That much is very clear, Coop.
Will Shedeur
By the way, I was called an idiot because I didn't want to draft him in the first round this year.
2 first-round picks and T.J. Watt.
Yeah, and Colin Coward said we should have traded 2 firsts, T.J. Watt and George Pickens for just him. What a joke. He might not make
He might not make the team.
He might not make the Browns roster, which is crazy to talk about, but he might not make the Browns roster.
Would you take Pickett over him?
Yes.
I think it's easy.
I would. Bad kick by Boswell again, but once again, good coverage by Nick Herbig. He's brought down at the 30, and here comes Shedeur strutting his stuff out on the field after a pick 6.
These uniforms are so tough.
No, they're not. You are getting blasted in the comments right now. It's a jet sweep, Matt Canada special, and it's blown up by Alex Highsmith. TFL, let's go. Spam those TFLs in the chat.
Brad says it's an A. I'm starting a live poll right now.
All right, start a poll. I don't like them. Shotgun here for Cleveland. Takes the snap. Shedeur will throw quickly. It is caught by David Njoku, who won't get far. TJ Watt brings him down after a gain of 4.
We'll let the results speak for themselves.
Okay. Right now, DRF is like, oh, the A's are starting to get in there, but now 100% DRF. Oh, my goodness, they're jumping around over here. Shotgun for Shedeur, takes the snap. He's looking. He's got plenty of time. He throws middle. It is caught wide open.
I don't even know who that is.
I can't say I know for sure either. Something Son.
Johnson?
Is that Deontay Johnson? I think it is.
It is.
Deontay Johnson. The throw was behind him, by the way. Deontay Johnson with the nice pickup there over the middle. Raji getting ready to lead the troops out.
Looks like A is leading.
I guess so. I guess the people really like the jerseys. Handoff here. This is Judkins. A flag on the play. Deshaun Elliott, did he grab the face mask here? Holding on the defense. Oh, never mind.
It's on Wyatt Teller.
They pointed in the wrong direction. Yep. Wyatt Teller with the hold. Be first down and 20. At least these refs are not eating whatever the Cleveland people eat. Guitars, maybe.
Guitar.
Sludge. Porridge. It's a quick throw. It's caught for a gain of 6.
What do they eat in Cleveland?
I don't know. What is like a Cleveland staple?
Let's look it up.
Nobody knows because nobody cares because Cleveland is just a terrible place to live. Shotgun here for Shadur. Takes the snap. Looking to throw quickly. It is caught. Deontay Johnson again, but he's brought down just short. 3rd and inches. Type those stops in the chat.
They're saying pierogies. Pierogies and Rubens, but those are not native to Cleveland.
Yeah, those are, I mean, if those are what Cleveland's known for, that is one of the worst food cities in America, probably.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Give me a break.
Okay, Steelers are playing off coverage on 3rd and inches. I don't know why. Now Shadur's going to look to run outside. It is caught. That is Juan Thornhill in coverage. I believe that's Cedric Tillman it is for the first down reception.
Juan against his old team.
All right, guys, we're $10 away from another lemon shot. First down and 10 now from the Steelers 32. Under center is Shadur. Play action. He's got all the time in the world. Here comes Benton, though. And now he's rolling out, and he is not this athletic, but he's going to pick up 4 yards. One of the biggest misconceptions with Shadur Sanders is that he's an athlete, and he is not. Like,
I wonder why.
Big 12 defensive tackles were catching up to him last year. On his go. Yes. It's a joke. He's not fast. Under center, wing formation, play action. Look at all the room Shadur has. Now it's knocked down by by Nick Herbig. A nice play by the former Badger. 3rd down and 6. Type those stops. Come on. Get a stop. 3rd down and 6. Let's light up Shadur here.
Here we go. Come on, TJ.
Got trips left. Shotgun. They're not going to send a blitz. Shadur's going to throw. Intermediate. Caught. First down. Cedric Tillman gets inside the Steelers' red zone to the 14. A big time 3rd down conversion for Shadur.
By the way, they have Shadur as a higher overall than Mason Rudolph.
I mean, that's just not correct.
It's not.
It's just not correct.
Nope.
I'm not even sure Shadur Sanders is a top
I don't think he's a
40 quarterback.
I don't think he's a top 4 quarterback on his team.
He's top 4 on his team. Deshaun, it doesn't count. Shotgun Shadur, he's going to throw the quick drag. Wide open is Judy, but he's not going to pick up first down yardage. Deshaun's not on the team.
Gabriel.
Pickett, Deshaun is not
Flacco.
Does not count.
All better.
I mean, I will accept it because I just don't like Shadur Sanders. It's nothing personal. I just don't like the way he plays the game. Shotgun. Shadur takes the snap, hands it off. It's Judkins. He dives in. Touchdown, Browns.
What a joke.
So Judkins punches his way into the end zone. Really knows how to punch those things in, man.
He's a good puncher.
Call him Punchy. His new nickname. Kick is up, and it is good. 7-7 is the score.
Do you hate the Browns or the Ravens more?
See,
I think the answer is the Ravens.
so the Ravens is the more legit rivalry.
Because they're a good football team.
I just get so irritated by the Browns because they think that it's a rivalry between us and them.
And it's not.
And it's not. Like, they're just pathetic. Like, you have one of the most stable organizations in the history of professional sports. That's us.
And the most unstable.
And then maybe the most unstable ever in the Browns. And they think they can talk shit to us. Like, it's just annoying. It's like that little brother that just needles you.
Their team was so shitty that their owner got up and moved in the middle of the night to the Ravens.
Yep. Which is part of the reasons why we don't like the Ravens either, because they're a bunch of pussies over there.
Crab cakes suck.
Crab cakes do suck. By the way, first quarter now over. Bad return by Cordero Patterson. Tell me if you've heard that one before.
That's why he's not going to be on the team.
That's why I hope he's not on the 53 this year.
Do you think he will be?
He might be. Tomlin seems to think he's like an elite special teams player. They go trips left here to start. Good blocking up front for the Steelers on this first down run. They'll pick up 8. These jerseys look terrible, Coop. I'm sorry. The black pants with the white jerseys just does not look good to me at all.
The people disagree.
I guess so. I mean, what, 64% are saying A or B? Mm-hmm. All right. I guess I'm tripping then. Here we go. They got 13 personnel out there in the I formation. They're going to hand it off to Caleb Johnson, and he's not going to get much. Just a 1-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd down and 1 coming up.
Do you expect Caleb to have a better season than Najee had last year?
Yes.
So he'll have more than 1,200 yards.
Well, I don't know about the total yards, but I think the efficiency will be a lot better. Because I don't know if he's going to get first, like the bell cow type of carries right away. Quick throw on 3rd down by Rodgers to Metcalf. 1st down. Good play to move the chains for Pittsburgh. I like that play call. Get it in the hands of your best receiver. $10 from Fluvin means another lemon shot here. Says going to the Week 15 Monday Night Football game this season. Well, that's good. I mean, that's one of the more for sure wins on the schedule for me because you got Tua playing in the cold.
That's 3 tickets for you, Fluvin.
Handoff here to Jalen Warren on the outside zone, and it's going to be a 2-yard gain. 2nd down and 8 coming up.
No one goes to Cleveland. It's like, wow, let me go on vacation to Cleveland, Ohio.
I mean, my grandmother does because she wants to go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
It's the only thing. That's it. That's all they have. So here we go. 13 personnel again for the Steelers. They're going to hand it off. This is Jalen Warren kicking it out. No, it's Caleb Johnson. My mistake. He picks up 5. Decent run there. Good patience by Caleb.
They do have the movie Major League.
Yeah.
Great.
But Charlie Sheen.
So?
What is the thing? Winning? It's the opposite. Shotgun. Rodgers will throw down again. I mean, I'm loving the methodical approach here, Coop. You know, they're getting in the 3rd and manageables, and then Rodgers being smart with the football, moving the chains and keeping the clock rolling.
The West Coast?
It'll be 1st down here at midfield. Steelers are rolling. By the way, this has the chance to be the Steelers' only drive of the first half because of the pick 6. Here we go, 13 personnel again from the I. They're going to hand it to Caleb Johnson, and they don't get any push. It's a loss of 1. That looked a lot like the run game from last year, Coop, where you're just not getting a whole lot of push, and then Najee doesn't have the big playability to really get out of it.
We hope that's not the case.
So now here we go, 2nd down and 11. They go shotgun. 2-minute warning in Cleveland. 7-7 is the score. Steelers trying to take the lead. Steelers will get the ball out of the half, though. So if they can get a field goal here, even just a field goal, that puts them in position to go up 2 scores to start the half. Rodgers takes the snap. He'll throw a quick screen to Jalen Warren, and bad blocking up front. Poor vision by Jalen. It's going to be
Frazier.
It's going to be a gain of 1, and it'll be 3rd down and 10. You need Raji to get you out of this hole here.
Zach's got to make a better block.
Shotgun here for Rodgers. He'll take the snap. He's got time. He's going to step up. Is he going to run for this? He is. And he's going to take a hit. He picks up the first. Aaron Rodgers picks up the first with the legs. The clock will continue to tick.
He's hyped.
And Rodgers, the 41-year-old who was injured last week versus Detroit, gets right back up. 70 seconds to go. It's going to be a quick drop here for Rodgers. He's going to bomb it down the field. The wrist flick. He caught it. DK. No, Calvin Austin the third. What a play! Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go.
What a catch.
Look at the catch. Now, did he get both feet in?
I think he did.
We'll see. Mike Tomlin hyping up Calvin.
Rocky with the seed.
By the way, that is not a completely unrealistic play there, Coop, because Calvin made some big-time throws or made some big-time catches like that last season. So that's not completely unrealistic right there. No challenge. It is a touchdown. Boswell puts in the extra point. What a throw and what a catch by Calvin Austin III to give the Steelers a 14-7 advantage with a minute to go in the half.
Hey, great job, Mason.
Good hold, Mason. Good job, kid. 14-7 is the score. Boswell will kick it away. Cleveland will have about 63 seconds to go. They're going to take this out of the end zone. Tries to make a move, and he gets to the 27-yard line.
Is that Caleb on special teams?
I mean, why not, I guess, if he can tackle. So 59 seconds to go for Shadur and try to get a field goal out of this. I'd just take a knee if I had Shadur as my quarterback here.
Oh, yeah.
But they go heavy here. It's going to be 5-step drop for Shadur. He's going to throw outside. It is caught by Njoku for a gain of 9. Gets out of bounds. Cleveland still has all 3 timeouts, so they technically do have some time here to try and put some points on the board. Just got a PayPal here.
So you think if they're in base, Ramsey's playing strong safety?
Yeah. Shotgun Shadur takes the snap. He's looking. Now he steps up. He's got nothing. Now he throws while getting hit by Watt. He throws it out of bounds, incomplete. Smart decision there, Shadur. Smart decision. There you go.
Cool. That's about right.
Yeah, it is. All right, 3rd down and 1. Let's get a stop. Let's get the football back. Steelers still have all 3 timeouts. TJ Watt, for some reason, is that off-ball linebacker, though. Shadur will throw a quick screen because that's all he can do. Gets it to Punchy, and he will get to the 48-yard line.
That's unbelievable.
I hope I'm saying this right. Michelle? Oh, it's E. It's Michelle, not Michelle. Michelle. Sorry for the misspelling there. That's my bad. Michelle for the 10. So that puts her into the raffle with 6 raffle tickets.
Congratulations, Michelle.
So thank you for the 10. Let's see if she sent a message with that. She said, hope to see you in Latrobe on Saturday. Way to go, Steelers. Well, I will be there on Saturday, Michelle, so if you want to come say hi, feel free.
Will you be wearing your Steelers Talk hat?
I will probably be wearing my Steelers Talk hat. Shotgun. It's supposed to be raining on Saturday, though, so just so you know that. Shadur is going to throw outside. It is dropped by Cedric Tillman. Not a terrible throw by Shadur, but it's going to be dropped. 2nd down and 10. So Steelers trying to hold the Browns here. They still have all 3 timeouts in 38 seconds, so plenty of time to get in the field goal range. Shadur takes the snap. He's going to throw middle, open, caught. It is David Njoku for a gain of 7. Timeout, Browns.
Browns lose. Browns lose. Browns lose.
Browns. 3rd down and 3. Type those stops. Here we go. Let's get a stop here. Let's get a sack. Let's get a sack. Come on. They go empty here. Spread formation for Shadur. Steelers have 5 at the line of scrimmage. They send 4. Shadur will throw quickly on the outside. It's caught. Deontay Johnson, 1st down, Browns. That's a big pickup for them. Gets to the 31, so they're now in field goal range. Cleveland uses their 2nd timeout. 29 seconds left to go in the half.
Would it be Thornhill or Elliott at free safety when they're in the base?
It would be Elliott.
Okay.
Elliott's more than capable of playing free. You'd rather have him play in the box as he's such a good tackler, but he can play free if needed. Shedur's got nothing initially, now throws it out of bounds, incomplete. Good play by Shedur to just get rid of it. Jalen Ramsey locked down in coverage. 24 seconds to go. Throw another interception, Shedur. Throw another interception, dog.
We want to see Gabriel.
We want to see Pickett. Trips right. For Shedur, takes the snap. He will throw quickly to his tight end, David Njoku, who's got maybe 8 catches already. 3rd down and 6 coming up. Clock will continue to tick, so I think they're going to call a timeout and take a field goal here. That's what it appears to me like they're going to do. 6, 5, let it run out. Timeout, Cleveland with 4 seconds to go. They will kick a field goal to try to make it 14-10 going into the locker room.
Will Tomlin try to ice them?
No. Nathan asks, will Jalen Ramsey play inside the box? He will play there sometimes. The Steelers, the reason why they like Ramsey is because he can do a lot of different things. He can play in the slot. He can play outside. He can play in the box. I think he's going to play majoritively from the slot. But when they do go to those base formations, which is about 20% of the time or so, they will put him at strong safety and they will put him in the box. So he can do all those things. He's got the size to play in the box. He's got, the blitzing ability and the coverage ability to play in the slot. And, of course, he's got the length and physicality and the speed to play on the outside. So here we go. Kick is away. There's 1 second left to go in the half. So they're just going to take this out and hope for the best. And he gets wrapped up immediately at the 25. All right, Steelers will get the kickoff after halftime.
Well, good first half.
Yeah, but, you want to be dominating.
True.
If the Browns stink. Like, in our Madden season, the Browns have 3 wins at this point. And right now they are within 4 points of a team with 11 wins.
Tough game at home in December.
Yeah, divisional game on the road. But, hopefully they can pull away here in the second half. Also, the Steelers have just had 1 offensive drive. That's crazy. They only had 1 offensive drive in that entire half. But they're about to have their second here as they kick it away. It's caught. Bad kick. It's fielded at the 13, but Cordero, being the worst kick returner in the league now, can only get it to the 25.
The wind has got to be going that way.
I guess so. So here comes Raji with the wrong helmet, with his band helmet. He just said, fuck the NFL, and he takes the fine every week, apparently. They send Calvin in motion. They will give it to him on the jet sweep. Now he tries to change field, and he picks up 3 yards.
Calvin changed field and turned into Myles Garrett. That's probably not a good business.
Not the best idea for somebody that's 160 pounds.
Yeah. Garrett probably weighs 270.
Maybe more. They go empty here with Rodgers on 2nd down and 7. He'll take the snap. He's got plenty of time. He's going to bomb it down the field. Caught! He dropped it. Jaylen Warren. He had a step on the Browns defender on the wheel route. Rodgers put it on a dime down the field, and he dropped it. Oh, man, that's a backbreaker. Now it's 3rd and long, and Rodgers is going to have to dig you out of a hole here. Rodgers on 3rd and 7 will take the snap. He's got time. No, he's going to step up, and Myles Garrett's right there for the sack. Now, technically not a sack. He did get a couple yards, but it's going to be 4th down and 5. Rodgers couldn't pick it up. And now Shedeur Sanders is going to have a chance to take the lead on the Steelers here.
Do you really think Shedeur's going to take the lead on the Steelers? Come on.
I mean, we'll see. He's got an opportunity here. I mean, come on, Jalen. Catch the ball, man. Cameron Johnston boots it away. Good kick here by Boswell. And he's going to be brought down at the 19. Good coverage as well by the Steelers. So it's a long field for Shedeur and the Browns. They got a long way to go. But a touchdown takes the lead for the Steamers. 3 receivers set from shotgun for Shedeur. 1 back to his left. He'll take the snap. No pressure on him. He will throw quickly to his check down, Cedric Tillman, for a gain of 5. 2nd down and 5. Shotgun Shadur, another 3-receiver set here. They're going to hand it off to Quinshawn Judkins. Punchy will find his way for a 1st down.
Wonder if he likes his new nickname.
I don't care if he likes it or not. What's the rule about nicknames, Coop? You don't get to pick them.
True.
Pistol formation here for Cleveland. Condensed formation for them. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers in the back. They're going to hand it off to Judkins. He's not going anywhere. There's Deshaun Elliott. That's a Deshaun Elliott play right there, Coop.
Oh, yeah.
Flying in from the box to take a guy down behind the line of scrimmage. I just love the way that Deshaun Elliott plays football, man.
He's good at that for sure.
2nd down and 11. Under center is Shadur. They got 3 receivers again out on the field. It's going to be a handoff to Judkins. Nothing doing. There's TJ Watt with the TFL. Just explodes into the backfield where he takes down Punchy for a loss. It'll be 3rd down and 11. This is where we get him off the field, folks. This is where we get him off the field. Type those stops. Steelers line up men at the line of scrimmage. They're showing blitz, but they only send 4. Shadur's looking. He's going to throw. Past the sticks. It's knocked down by Joey Porter Jr. That's a PBU. He had a pick 6 earlier in the game. It'll be 4th down and 11. Let's go. Steelers did not capitalize on their first opportunity to take a 2-score lead. Now it appears they will get another chance. The kick is away from Cleveland. They are kicking into the wind as well, by the way, but good punt. It's going to be fielded at the 19. Calvin is going to take it to the 24. So here comes Raji and the Steelers, and I can tell you guys this right now. A touchdown here would all but put this thing away for Pittsburgh. It's very difficult to come back from 2 scores in these 5-minute Madden games. Spread formation, low snap, hands it off to Jalen Warren. He's got a big hole up the middle. He picks up 7. Good 1st down carry for Warren.
Tick, 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 tick.
So just so you guys know, obviously because we're going live today for our 2nd live show, and because Cassie and I will be in Pittsburgh the rest of the week, we won't be having a live show unless the Steelers trade for Romeo Doubs, where in that case I'm going live from my laptop from Pittsburgh. But we won't be live again until next Monday, just so you guys know. Quick throw from Rodgers, a nice throw. Gets past the sticks. 1st down Steelers. 4-yard completion. Rodgers very efficient in this game, Coop.
He's matriculating the ball down the field.
He's been doing a good job.
And he hit the deep shot.
Mm-hmm.
Should have had the other one to Jalen.
3-receiver set. Rodgers from shotgun. They send a blitz. That doesn't get home. He throws the quick in route. It is dropped by Bobby Trees. Good coverage. Good coverage. Tough catch. Coop wants a DPI. But I guess these refs are eating guitars before the games.
They really like rock music.
They really love rock. Maybe they're listening to some Ozzy.
R.I.P. Ozzy.
Rest in peace, Ozzy. Under center here, 2 tight ends, 2 receivers who are in a stack out to the left. They're going to hand it off to Jalen Warren, who gets nothing. It'll be 3rd down and very long coming up. Raji's going to have to dig you out of another hole here. Nathan asks, do we sign Randall Cobb? No, he is retired. He's not coming back. But you know who reminds me of Randall Cobb, Coop? Roman Wilson. Reminds me a lot. He was my pro comp coming out of Michigan, was Randall Cobb. Shotgun for Rodgers. Throws quickly over the middle. Did he catch it? He did. What a catch. Calvin again. 1st down Steelers. Big 1st down pickup for the black and gold. Rodgers knew exactly where he was going with that. It's a laser and a nice diving catch by Calvin, who's had a couple of really nice catches in this game. One for a touchdown down the field, and that one to pick up a big 1st on 3rd and very long.
Rodgers a bad teammate, though.
Rodgers' bad teammate, man. He invites people out to Nobu and Malibu. 13 personnel are going to run this to Caleb Johnson. I think this is the most carries that Johnson has had this entire simulated season, but he doesn't get anything there, though. It's 2nd down and 10.
Type those 4s.
It's the 4th quarter, guys, so spam those 4s. By the way, if anyone's watching and wants to put in a $100 super chat, we We can do that, and we can hit the gong. $100 would get us to $250 today, and we'd hit the gong. It'd be 2 more lemon shots. So I'm just saying, it doesn't have to happen, but if someone wants to put in a 100, we'll bang for you, pause. And here's another nice throw from Rodgers. Gets 9 yards to DK. Be 3rd down and 1 coming up. Cassie asked me, how do we feel about In-N-Out for dinner tonight? I don't know.
That's pretty good.
I'm gonna have to look up what to get.
Double. Animal fries.
Animal.
Shake.
Hand off to Jalen Warren. Sifts through some defenders. Picks up a 1st down. Steelers, let's go.
And a shake.
You got to get a shake. Their shakes are good. I like their shakes there.
But if you go, why not go to Skyrocket?
I don't know. I guess Cassie and I will have to talk about it when we get home.
Discussions.
3 receivers set here on 1st down and 10. Steelers are already at the Browns 41. Rodgers in a clean pocket now trying to escape. He does. And he's going to pick up some yardage as he goes down after a gain of 5. Good pickup by Raji. We got 300 people around the world watching live right now. Thank you to everybody that's tuning in here on a beautiful Tuesday evening. Tomorrow, Cassie and I will be heading to Pittsburgh for Steelers training camp. Players report tomorrow as well, so we'll have full coverage of that as well. Good throw from Rodgers here. Another pickup of a 1st down by Calvin Austin III, who's having a hell of a day. And the clock will continue to tick. We are officially at the point here, Coop, where a touchdown would all but finish this game.
A touchdown ends it.
And if they get a touchdown here, we don't have to show the rest of the game. This game's over.
We're calling it?
We're stopping the count if they get a touchdown on this drive. Under center for Rodgers, condensed formation, play action. Rodgers got all the time in the world. He throws down the field in rhythm. It is caught by DK Metcalf, and he gets down to the 4-yard line. Also, I remember going to Steelers training camp these last 2 years, Coop, and being mesmerized by how big Darnell Washington is. I feel like I'm gonna get a similar feeling when I see DK in person for the first time.
You'll be like,
that's a big person.
You're gonna touch his biceps?
No. It's good.
Oh, he's good.
He's
Don't
back.
worry.
No Mason needed. 1st down and goal.
He's back.
Rodgers will take the snap. He will fake it. He's got plenty of time. Throws end zone. Caught. Touchdown. DK Metcalf. Here we go. Steelers. Here we go. Here we go. Steelers. Here we go. Here we go. Steelers. Here we go. DK Metcalf puts it away. Night, Browns. And the Steelers are going to improve to 12-4 on our simulated season with 1 game left to go against the Baltimore Ravens, and the winner of that game will win the AFC North Division crown for 2025. It's going to be next Monday, all right, because we won't be having any more live shows for the rest of this week. So next Monday, we will be having the regular season finale. Steelers have already clinched their spot in the playoffs. So even if they lose, we will have a playoff game next Thursday on our second live show.
I'm getting the wheel set up.
All right, so as we said, we have stopped the count. The Steelers win. What's the final score of this game, Coop?
21-10.
21-10. All right, so that's the final score. Coop's currently getting the raffle reel ready for you guys, so we'll finish up with our raffle for the day, and then we'll say goodbye for the week in terms of our live show coverage. We're going to have full extensive training camp coverage for you guys. I'm going to be in Latrobe this weekend for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday practices. Unfortunately, I'm bad luck when it comes to weather, Coop. Every time I go, it seems to rain.
Oh,
and, of course, Friday and Saturday, rain is in the forecast in Latrobe. But it's looking like it's going to be good weather for the first day, at least on Thursday. So it's going to be a great time. If you're going to be in Latrobe, I'm going to be probably wearing my Steelers Talk hat, and I'm 6'6", so I'll be easy to spot. Feel free to come up and say hi if you want.
Is that an exaggeration, or are you officially listed at 6'6"?
I think I'm officially listed at 6'6".
No shoes? We
might have to get an official combine measurement going, but yeah.
If you're in the NBA, you're 6'8".
Yeah, true. All right, here we go. We're gonna give away a hat here. Thank you to everybody that donated today. Quick check for Twitter. Quick check for Twitter. 2 people. Charles Yingling. So it's Ying.
Like how you spell the beer?
Like Y-I-N-G, Ling. Yingling. And then Noah Good. So it's G-U-D-E.
Noah G-U-D-E?
Yep, like dude, but with a G at the beginning.
All right.
All right, let's give away a Steelers Talk hat.
Best of luck.
Spin that wheel. Best of luck to everybody. Oh, Titus! Kitchen! Titus, congratulations. I don't think I have his Venmo, so he would have to email me. You can find me, Sperry, at Chat Sports. Titus, to claim your hat, all you have to do is send me your shipping address, and we will get your hat sent out to you. So appreciate you, my friend. All right, that's going to be it for today's show, guys. It's been a hell of a 2 days because we've had to do 2 live shows. But we're going to have a bunch of great coverage for you guys. I'm going to have practice reports from my hotel room in Pittsburgh. I'm going to have a bunch of different content coming out throughout the week as well. And, of course, we're going to continue to give you the best damn Steelers coverage money can buy, 100% free on this channel. So if you haven't already, click that subscribe button. We're so close to 100,000 subscribers. Our goal is to get there this season.
Party at Sperry's hotel room.
Party at Sperry's hotel room. I'm not disclosing where I'm staying though. Cassie would kill me if I did that. But that'll be it for today's show, guys. I appreciate all of your guys' support. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at Jack_Sperry. Going to be putting out a lot of updates on there throughout the week as well. A lot of video from Latrobe as well, guys. So if you guys want all that Steelers content from me in Pittsburgh this weekend, you guys can follow me at Jack_Sperry. That'll be it for today's show, guys. I really do appreciate your support. So from me and producer Coop here, we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.